Hello, insiders. We are here today interviewing a very special person, very famous cyclist.
Ooh.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh.
Lael Wilcox. She's one of the main characters in the ultra distance cycling, and we are so proud to be here today. I heard about her many years ago when I started looking information about gravel riding and that, and I saw you in a video on YouTube about the Tour Divide, where you were the main character. Mm-hmm. And it's part of your fault. It's your fault that I'm really excited and enjoying myself that much gravel riding. Thank you, Lael, for being here and for your inspiration.
Yeah. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm super excited. We're about to start racing in less than 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's my first time riding in Spain, and I absolutely love it.
And how did it come to you, the opportunity to come here in Spain and to ride, to be here today in the Crombohold, and also staying there in Girona for a few days, and then we'll talk about Montañas Vacías.
Yeah, so the whole reason for coming was for Montañas Vacías.
Uh-huh.
And then the organizers for Crombohold asked if I could come race, and I thought, what an opportunity. I'll actually already be in Spain. It's just 2 weeks later, so something I could do. And Maya, my host, who works for Komoot, lives in Girona, so she said, come to my house, then we'll go to Montañas Vacías, and then we'll come for this. So what an opportunity to get some help and be able to ride in Spain, and it's been so much fun.
Well, that's amazing. I'm not going to ask you for your beginning as a cyclist, because viewers, you can read a lot of information about that in the internet, and I don't want to get bored of them. Did it was your fault that the Women's Montañas Vacías was realized, or someone else organized it for you?
It was my idea. So first we hosted a women's rally on the Torino-Nice rally last September. Before that was even finished, I said, we'll do it again next year, but we're going to ride in Spain. Because I've never ridden in Spain. I've always wanted to, and I thought earlier in the season the weather may be better, the cycling culture is really strong. So, and then right when I said that, within a week, 2 people that I really trust said, you have to do Montañas Vacías, because Ernesto, the route organizers, put so much heart into it.
Yeah, she's an amazing
such a good
person.
Plan, and so I sent Ernesto an email, and he said, yes, I will help you, let's do it, let's make it happen, and he was super helpful, so that kind of made it all come together.
Wow, that's amazing. Montañas Vacías, for the ones you don't know about it, is a route that surrounds a very low population area in Zaragoza, Teruel, and it's becoming so much popular within the bikepacking community. And 55 women.
Yeah, so we did the rally with 55 women. We actually had to limit the number of spots because we wanted it to be an intimate feeling experience, as well as we're going through very small towns, so we didn't want to overwhelm them. But the event filled up in 30 seconds.
Wow.
And we had a waiting list already of 20 more people, and so it was super fast. And it was amazing to see so many women want to do this, because the main reason to organize was I come to events and sometimes I'm the only woman, or here I'm one of 5, which is great. And the race organizers want more women to come, but sometimes they feel intimidated. So I thought, if we make an event just for women, then they'll come, and they did. So it was a success. And it's just, we had so much fun. We rode the route in 8 days, 700K with something like 28,000 meters of climbing, and it's so naturally beautiful. Yeah,
it's so quiet places, amazing surroundings.
Yeah, these huge deer, all these animals, all these birds. And the weather was pretty tough.
Yeah, I know. I was going to ask you about that. 55%, different types of fitness, and it's a big group. How do you cope with it, and how do you deal these differences and the bad weather conditions and the little restaurants or spots too?
Yeah, I mean, so the thing is, everyone was riding their own pace. So they would go different distances, camp in different places, stay in accommodations. They formed smaller groups. But then we would all kind of leapfrog each other along the road. So you would see another group, and then they would pass you again, and then maybe you see them in the next town. So not everyone was in the same spot at once, but it was you would regularly see people.
Because I was thinking about that, and they say, oh, if you have to go 55%, when you go with 2, 4, 5 friends, so always there are problems. Not everybody goes at the same pace, but brilliant. And 55%, 30 seconds. There will be another opportunity for women, Spanish women, to join Lael in such a kind of adventure like that.
Yeah, we're hosting or launching the second and final edition of the Women's Torino-Nice Rally next week.
Okay.
So I will announce that on my Instagram too, and there will be 50 spots as well. And then I'm planning on doing one in the Canary Islands in January. And I've never ridden there, but I've heard it's really amazing.
Yeah, for sure. I've never ride there, but I think it's also a very nice place and very with different surrounds and views. Okay, but you are, apart from riding professionally, for sure, different competitions. One of your main efforts is to promote women coming into cycling.
Exactly.
It's your part of job is cycling competitively, but in the other way, you have you spend much of your time promoting that. Is it?
Because I feel like it's such an opportunity for me to ride full time and have help from companies that it's important for me to help other women get into the sport because there aren't that many. So another program I do is with girls 11 to 14 years old.
Oh, great.
And I've done 3 years in Alaska, 1 year in Arizona. We build up over 6 weeks to an adventure ride.
Fantastic.
So they start with 10K, and then they build to maybe 60, 100K by the end. And they're young, but they're excited to take on a challenge. And that's something that I would have loved to do as a kid.
Yeah, for sure.
But I didn't know about it. So I love doing it with them because at first they don't think they can do it, and then they gain so much confidence. And you see them change so quickly because kids can do anything.
Yeah, and at the end, I think like in Montañas, you get a lot of images, things you live there that during these events that can get into you, and
it's super inspiring for me because you see people do things that they didn't think they were capable of. It's like they change, and then they come the next time and they have confidence, and they can tell their friends, and they can invite more people. So I think the positivity is amazing to see.
That's brilliant. And nowadays, most of the big part of your day-to-day as a pro cyclist is to keep your social media up to date, create content. How do you manage with it?
Yeah, so my wife is a professional photojournalist, and she'll be documenting this race.
Wow.
And she used to work for newspapers, but now we just work together, and she also shoots other bike things for other brands. But we're always traveling together, and then she's so used to taking photos just on the go that we can work together, and I mean, I'm so grateful for that.
She also rides bikes.
She also rides, so a lot of the time she's documenting from the bike.
Oh, okay.
And then we can share that. And she also does videos, like the Tour Divide video.
Yeah.
She made that.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, and it was different for me because we weren't always together, and before I was just doing these things alone.
Yeah.
But it's one thing to do it, and it's another to share it.
Yeah.
Because it makes such a bigger impact, and then people see that, and then they think I could do something like that, and then maybe they do.
Yeah. What I was saying to you, I saw your video on the Tour Divide, and I said, wow, I want to do that. This experience to go into a very long ride, following the route. There are problems, a lot of mud, bad weather conditions. You have to stay in a camp where you can't go through because it's impossible to ride.
Right.
You have to adjust every time you're going by. So this is the adventure, no? That makes us to get full time thinking what I want to do, the next route I'm going to plan.
Exactly. It makes you want to get outside, and that's the whole point.
That's it. And how do you stay in touch with the sponsors, organizers? You do it by yourself, or you also give support from your wife, or you have also other people that help you?
Well, like for the women's rallies, Kamut is the sponsor for that. So I work with Gabby and I work with Maya, and they help with the logistics. So we always plan to have a start party and a finish party, and they share the information, they share the route and the collection. So it's super helpful to have that, because I love these ideas, but I don't want to do every aspect of it. So
you are an adventure cyclist, ultra distance cyclist. So when I was thinking about you, wow, this woman should be all day long riding.
Yeah.
So she has to spend a lot of time preparing all that things. You know, when you start you want to do a plan like this, you have to invest a lot of time and on the computer with the telephone.
Exactly. And for the rally this year, we had 3 webinars to prepare women. So I was always part of it, but I didn't have to coordinate everyone else, so that was super helpful. But I mean, I feel so grateful to work with such good companies, and I just tell them, because sponsorship has changed a bit. You used to just have to be on a team, and you had a schedule, and you had a manager, and now, you know, with social media, you can make your own schedule. You can be your own manager. You can have stories about riding a big loop in Catalonia instead of just racing the Tour de France. It's different, you know, and they share different stories.
It's good that you can be totally autonomous in that way. You prepare what you want to do, and at the end you have to create content. And this is the way.
But then it's like Rue loves to take photos, so then she's doing what she loves.
You have it it's easy for you to make it everything, and I celebrate that, because then you can focus on
what I love to do. Yeah, exactly.
That's great. And for all that adventures, challenges, and competitions you take part, do you follow a structured training schedule, or you do it for your experience? You've been riding for over 20 years now.
Yeah.
So I think I was thinking about that. Maybe she knows herself that good that
I just do it by feel.
Yeah.
You know, and then I know, I need to eat, I need to drink, I need to stop, but most of the time the main thing is staying focused and having a level of urgency to continue. Yeah. Because you have to multitask. You can't take too much time off the bike, or you'll lose time overall. So it's about kind of continuing to ride even when you don't feel your best.
Yeah. And how do you manage to stay that many hours riding without sleeping?
I actually sleep some.
Yeah.
Like I sleep 4 hours a night. Some of these guys, unless it's like a race that only takes a day, some of these guys don't sleep for 3 days.
Yeah.
And it's terrible.
Yeah,
you feel so bad.
Yeah.
I mean,
I had the experience when you're riding and you say, I'm gonna fall asleep in my bike.
Or you see something and you think it's like, it's a bench, and you think it's a woman because your eyes are working right.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad. If I get to that point, I think I just need to sleep. Exactly.
So in that long competitions, you stop.
I sleep.
Yeah. Sleep.
But I mean, finding somewhere like here with grass, perfect.
It's perfect. And a bit of shadow, it's enough.
Perfect.
Okay. And now today you're going to start Kronbehold. I'm just want to give you an advice.
Okay.
You are in time now to not taking part into this competition, because you will fall in love with Catalonia.
Yeah.
You know that.
It looks incredible. I'm so excited.
You
will
have a problem, because you would like to come more often here, because you will love the entire road. I'm completely sure. And
amazing.
You can think about it, and you can stay here, have a couple of beers, and go back home.
Yeah.
But once you get out, you will enjoy that much.
I'm super excited to see it. It looks amazing. From what I've ridden so far, the roads are really good, really beautiful. The drivers are really kind and thoughtful to riders. So I think it's perfect for a road race.
No, we have we have many cyclists all over the territory. Sometimes there are some drivers that are not that kind, but you will follow quiet roads where you will enjoy riding a lot. And we wish you the best.
Thank you.
For this competition. And let's change a little. If someone is thinking about purchasing a bike, what will you say to him or her?
Oh man, I would say it's kind of, I think if you have a bike, ride that one. and then see what you want to do next.
Okay.
Because there's so many different things you could do.
I was thinking, what kind of bike would you suggest him or her to buy?
Yeah, that's so tough. But generally for bike packing, I think usually a hardtail mountain bike, so just front suspension, big tires, flat handlebar, that's the easiest to pack. So that's kind of good for almost everything. But then, I don't know, if you really love road or you really love gravel or you really love rough mountain biking, it changes. So it might be best just to ride what you have and then figure out what you love and then go that direction.
Right. You have been always riding with a suspension, yeah?
Most of the time,
Most
yes.
of the time. It's something I said, oh, she's riding
even on my gravel bike.
Yeah. That's the reason I'm asking that, because it's not very usual. There are some suspension gravel bikes, but not many.
Yeah.
And I've seen you all the time with the suspension,
Well,
and it's something she's always using it.
I raced the Tour Divide twice with the rigid fork. And I think since then I've thought, never again.
Great. And there is also, these days, long personal challenges are getting so popular within the people in general, not only for the cyclists, also people that runs. What kind of advice will you give to someone that wants to start with ultra endurance cycling?
Yeah, I mean, I would say go for a bike trip first. Carry what you need, go for an overnight, test it out. Or go on your own personal challenge and then enter a race.
Okay.
Because you'll learn so much from those early experiences of what you like to eat, what you need to sleep, what you actually need. And then that's like less pressure.
Yeah.
So you gain some confidence, some experience, and then go for it.
Yeah. What I don't like is that people split or goes through the main steps they have to go, and I want to do a triathlon, I want to do an Ironman, and they forgot that there are shorter distances, and I want to do a marathon, and they don't do a 10K, half marathon, and I don't like that. I'm a sports romantic, and I love to go step by step, and I think I agree with you that they have to do little by little and getting growing up slowly.
Yeah, I think so. Or that, these things, all of it, none of it's too different, and it should be fun, and so go have your own personal experience and then enter the race.
Yeah,
and then, then you'll know what you want. So.
That's great. And every the last years, the performance of the women are become every time more and more better in general, and also in these kind of competitions, of long distance competitions, the difference between men and women are getting very close, and there's a thin line between the final performance. What do you think it's the strength of women in that kind of competitions?
Yeah, I think for ultra distance, doesn't have so much to do if you're a man or a woman. Everybody has their strengths and their weaknesses, and it's hard for everyone. And so some things, as a woman, you have some strengths that are different. You're smaller, you don't need to eat as much, you may be able to tolerate more pain, you might recover more quickly, or you might just be used to facing tough situations. So I don't think that men are necessarily better, but the thing is, not as many women are participating. So we see good results, but not all the time, because, maybe it's 10%.
Yeah, the percentage of...
Here it's 17%, which is pretty good in relative to a lot of these events. So I think when we see more women participating, we'll see more women doing well. Yeah.
We have a great job to do to make sure that the level of the percentage of people participating, women are equal or getting equal. But you are a great light in the sky to make sure that the number of women grew every day and the year that passed. And thank you, Leo, for that little time with us.
Yeah,
we will follow your pace all these days. I heard that you want to smash it.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, but
I bet I want to have fun. Too.
Yeah, don't forget to see what where
I'll
you are
look
riding,
around for sure.
because last year I was in the Traca, and I heard when Stefano Di Marchi arrived to the finish line, someone asked him, "Did you like the views?" And he said, "What? What views?
He didn't see anything.
I haven't seen anything." So
enjoy it.
Enjoy it. Get up, put your your eyes up, and enjoy
around.
and look around, because you will enjoy it so much. And at the end, remember me and say, "Oh, Oscar, you were in the truth, and I want to come back again here in Catalonia."
Absolutely. So happy to be here.
Okay, thank you, Lael.
Thank you
very much. If you have liked the video, put your thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and here you have Lael Wilcox. Thank you so much.